The crew moves forward with a clear sense of urgency, their destination now closer than ever. After enduring countless challenges, their eyes are locked on Alabasta. The desert kingdom represents not just another stop, but a critical turning point in their journey. Every member of the crew carries their own motivation, yet the shared goal binds them together more strongly than ever before. Inside the ship, tension begins to rise. Nami is the first to break the silence. Her voice is firm, but carries concern. She explains that continuing forward is no longer a simple decision. The dangers ahead are unpredictable, and even their current strength may not be enough to survive what lies beyond. She reminds everyone that the abilities they gain from their devil fruits are powerful, but not invincible. Her warning creates a moment of hesitation among the crew. Sanji begins to question the path ahead as well. His usual confidence is shaken slightly by the reality of the situation. He suggests that perhaps turning back is the smarter choice, especially if the risks outweigh the rewards. For a brief moment, doubt spreads across the crew like a quiet wave. However, not everyone is willing to give up. Monkey D. Luffy stands firmly, his expression calm but determined. For him, turning back is never an option. His dream is not something that can be achieved by retreating. He looks at his crew and makes it clear that their journey must continue, no matter how dangerous the road becomes. His conviction acts like a spark that reignites the crew's resolve. Meanwhile, Sanji and Nami exchange a quiet look. There is understanding between them, but also a shared sense of helplessness. They know the risks, yet they also recognize that stopping now would mean giving up everything they have fought for so far. Without saying much, they accept the decision, and the ship continues its course toward Alabasta. As they approach their destination, the environment begins to shift dramatically. The ocean becomes more unpredictable, and the surroundings grow increasingly hostile. The crew soon encounters a massive natural obstacle, a towering mountain rising directly from the sea. The sight alone is enough to shock everyone on board. The current around the mountain is extremely strong, and the narrow passage through it appears nearly impossible to navigate. The crew realizes that if the ship collides with the mountain, it could result in complete destruction. Panic begins to spread as the situation becomes more dangerous than anticipated. Ronao Azoro agrees silently, his presence alone reinforcing the decision to move forward. Alongside him, Usopp tries to maintain optimism, even though fear is visible in his reactions. The crew, despite internal conflict, chooses to continue their journey rather than abandon it. His arms stretch far beyond normal human limits. He grips the ship with all his strength, using his rubber-like body to stabilize and control its movement. His goal is simple: guide the ship safely through the narrow and deadly passage. The effort is intense. The pressure of the current, combined with the sheer force required to control the ship, pushes Luffy to his limits. The crew watches in silence, their expressions filled with fear and hope at the same time. They close their eyes, unable to bear the possibility of failure. For a brief moment, everything seems uncertain. But Luffy's determination does not waver. With one final push, the ship successfully navigates through the dangerous passage. The tension suddenly breaks, and silence fills the air for a moment. One by one, the crew members open their eyes, realizing that they are still alive. Relief washes over them as they process what just happened. A sense of victory spreads across the deck. The crew begins to smile, laugh, and acknowledge the effort that brought them through such a dangerous situation. Luffy, despite the strain he endured, stands with a confident grin, reminding everyone that giving up was never an option. The atmosphere shifts from tension to celebration. The crew regains its morale, and their bond feels stronger than ever. Each member understands that although the journey ahead remains uncertain, they have already overcome one of the greatest obstacles so far. As the ship finally reaches closer to Alabasta, the crew takes a moment to breathe. The desert kingdom appears on the horizon, signaling that they are nearing their objective. The calm before the storm settles in, giving them a brief moment of peace. However, even in this moment of relief, an underlying feeling remains. Their arrival in Alabasta is only the beginning of something far more dangerous. The challenges waiting for them are not just physical, but deeply connected to larger conflicts that will soon unfold. The crew stands together on the deck, facing forward, fully aware that their journey is far from over. Their determination remains unshaken, and despite everything they have endured, they continue moving ahead, toward their goal, toward their destiny, and toward whatever awaits them in Alabasta.